Hey guys, so in this video I want to show you my melee katana build for Cyberpunk 2077 patch 1.5. In patch 1.5 a katana build is a lot of fun to play and can deal really insane amounts of damage with the right stats and the right perks. So let me show you my build. For starting stats you want to choose uh, 3 intelligence, 3 technical, which is the minimum that you can have, and put the 7 points that you get to get body to 6 and reflex to 6, and put the remaining amounts in cool. And what you want to do right off the bat is put 1 perk point into cold blood, so that whenever you kill someone, you get a stack of cold blood, and your cold blood attribute will keep leveling as you progress through the game. So right at the start of the game, put 1 point in cold blood so that you can keep stacking XP for cold blood. Eventually, the goal will be to get 20 points in body, 20 points in reflexes to increase your crit chance. The melee katana build is based on having a high crit chance to do insane amounts of damage. And finally, you want to put 20 points in cold so that you can max out your cold blood perks. And I also put some points in ninjutsu. I like to play slightly stealthily, although in many situations this build it can really just jump into a pack of mobs and shred them in a few seconds. So let's look at the perks you want to take for body. So eventually, after you put 1 point in cold blood, you want to focus on getting your level of body to 7, and you really want to max out as soon as possible regeneration. That should be your second perk. Next, you want to max out Wolverine, which increases, decreases the time it takes to activate health regen. You also want to max out as soon as possible Epimorphosis. This will increase the amount of health that regens in combat up to 75% and to 100 out of combat. So you won't need to use as many max stocks to recover health outside and inside combat. So these 3 perks should be your first priority. After that, you want to start putting in points in blades. I recommend starting out with maxing Sting like a bee. Get that to level 3 as quickly as possible so that you have 30% attack speed. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Going back to body, eventually you want to max out everything except these perks which are not so useful. So Gladiator reduces the amount of stamina consumed when blocking melee attacks. You're not going to be doing much of that, and stamina is really not going to be an issue with the right perks. So skip this one. Pack Mule increases carrying capacity. Again, you don't really need this. You can break down any extra things that you have into materials or just sell them for money. So you don't really need this. Like a butterfly, dodging does not drain stamina. To be honest, you're not going to be dodging much. You're going to be killing everything you see. You can skip this one. Multitasker allows you to shoot. Skip this one. You're not going to be using guns. Transporter again allows you to shoot with pistols. You're not going to need this. Skip this. Soften on your feet. This can be useful if at the end of the game you have a few extra perk points available. Put 3 points in this. I use the double jump cyberware mod, so I like doing big jumps. It's sometimes nice to jump off of tall buildings, so this can be useful. You don't really need it, but if you have some extra points, put them here. Divided attention, you don't need this for this build. Human shield, again, not necessary for this build, but you want to eventually max out everything else. And at the beginning of the game, your focus should really be on getting, as soon as possible, 1 point into regeneration, 3 points in epimorphosis. You can unlock this one at level 7, so a body level 7. So the first time you level, put 1 point in body and get this perk. And third, you need to get Wolverine as soon as possible. The rest, you can get them as they unlock. You don't need anything from Annihilation. I put 1 point in Speed Demon. You deal more damage the faster you're moving. In many situations, you're going to be running into a group of enemies, and your first attack will do more damage. So you can put 1 point in Speed Demon. I would suggest you do this after you have all of the perks in the athletics tree. Street Baller, you don't need anything from here. I was able to finish all of the Street Brawler quests without having put a single point in the Street Brawler perk. Moving on to reflexes. So Assault, you can skip this completely. Handguns, skip this. Blades, for a katana build, obviously we need as many points as we can get in blades. All of the perks are really good. There's 3 that you can live without. Shifting Sands, dodging while wielding a blade recovers 15% stamina. This you can completely skip. You're not going to be dodging much, and by mid-game, stamina is not really going to be an issue for you anyway, so skip this one. Offensive defense, defensive attacks deal 75% more damage. We're not going to be doing many defensive attacks. Skip this, it's just not needed. Unbroken Spirit, successful counterattacks with blades, restore 25% health and stamina. Again, we're not going to need to do many counterattacks. You can completely skip this one. At the beginning of the game though, so focus on getting Sting Like a Bee and Blessed Blade, which will significantly increase your crit chance by 10%. Eventually you want to get Stuck Pig as well as soon as possible. This will increase the bleed duration and helps you kill enemies faster. There's another perk which affects bleeding enemies. Yeah, when wielding a blade, recovers 4% health when hitting an enemy affected by bleeding. So the longer you have an enemy bleeding, the more health you can recover. This will be useful in the beginning. By the end game, to be honest, everything is going to die pretty quickly. So it's not that useful at end game. Finally, you want to eventually put 20 points in Cool. In the beginning, when the build isn't optimized yet, it can be useful to play a bit stealthily to level up. So I put 1 point in Crouching Tiger, which increases your movement speed while sneaking by 20%. I also put 1 point in Hidden Dragon because I had an extra point. To be honest, I've never actually had to use this perk. If there's an enemy below me, I can usually just jump down and stab them with my katana. But if you have an extra point, feel free to put it here. From ninjutsu, what you absolutely want to get is this assassin perk, which increases damage to humans by 15%. You also might want to get Jeepers Creepers, which increases stealth attack damage by 100%. But this is a level 20 perk, so by the time you get this, you might not really need it, but it's still a cool perk to have. Finally, another level 20 perk, Cheat Death. If your health drops below 50%, it reduces damage by 50% for 10 seconds. I would say this is absolutely vital. Pick this as soon as you can. Next up, Cold Blood. This build is really focused on getting stacks of Cold Blood and finishing up packs of enemies quickly and efficiently. So eventually you want to max out everything in Cold Blood. To start off, be sure to put 1 point in the Cold Blood perk, so that you keep getting the Cold Blood attribute XP. Eventually you want to get everything. What you could live without are just these 4 perks. So quick transfer, reduce a quick hack upload time. You can live without this. No need to get this. Easy out increases ranged weapon damage. For a katana build, you can skip this. Reduces quick hack cooldowns. Again, for a katana build, skip this. Icy Veins reduces weapon recoil. We don't need to reduce recoil with our katana, so skip this. Everything else, yeah, get it as soon as you can. So I would suggest you focus on getting body and reflexes to 12 points, get all of the perks, and then start increasing your cool level up to 12, and then get both of these to 18 before again leveling up cool. You will eventually have some extra points that you can put in either intelligence or technical ability. I would prefer to put at least 2 points in technical ability so that you can unlock True Craftsman at level 5 technical ability, which allows you to craft rare items. There's really not much else you can invest in. Um You'll have, if you put 3 points in technical ability, you'll have 2 points left. You could put them in intelligence, or you could put them in technical ability. You can't really unlock any more perks for technical ability with 2 more points, so I chose to put them in intelligence. I don't really have any perks for breach protocol. For quick hacking, I put in 2 points, one in hacker's manual to unlock crafting specs, and one in I Spy to reveal an enemy netrunner. This can be useful when sometimes you're being attacked by a netrunner, you're hit with overload or something, and you can't find them, so this can be useful. So as gear, you obviously want to be using a katana. I found this legendary katana, which has a really nice damage. For mods, if you can find them, use the white knuckled mod, which increases your crit chance by 2.5%. I only have one at the moment, but the more you can find, the better. So you really want to get your crit chance as high as possible. For cyberware, there are some pieces that are really useful for this build, especially for the circulatory system. So circulatory system, you want to get blood pump. This acts like a healing potion. Uh, it instantly restores 90% of your health. You can use it every 30 seconds, and you can put it in a quick slot. You'll probably start out with the lower version, which restores only 50 or 60%, but this is a useful mod to have. Next, you want to have biomonitor. If your health drops below 15%, it will instantly restore you to 100 health. And finally, it's nice to have second heart, which instantly restores 100% of your health when you die. Uh, to be honest, sometimes it can, in the thick of battle, you might not really need to use blood pump. In which case, you can replace this with the other legendary mod, which reduces the cooldown of all of the other mods. So by 30%. So it would reduce the cooldown for both second heart and biomonitor. For immune system, it's nice to have pain editor, which reduces all incoming damage by 10%. And cat resist, which increases all your resistances by 35%. And to start off with, I would really recommend that you get reinforced tendons, which allow you to jump twice, jump in midair to perform a double jump. This can help you get into tight spots quickly. As for the rest, for skeleton, you want to get micro rotor so you attack faster with your katana. I would say those are really the obvious ones that you should get. The rest, they're really up to you.
Да я тебя с потрохами сожру, падла! Соберись, а то все подохнем! Was fucking gut!
That was it. That was my melee katana build for patch 1.5. I hope you liked the video. I hope you will find this information useful. Like I said, it's a really fun build to play. Um, it really feels like you're a samurai out of a cyberpunk anime or movie or something, and it can deal insane amounts of damage.